I'll start by saying one of the bittersweet moments of marketing is when a client tells you to stop marketing. The results were that good.
Basically, we're struggling. The game was in decline. We weren't really getting any inquiry at the level we needed. We just really weren't well placed to firstly get the inquiries and then how we deal with them. But we thought, let's go external, look for a company that has expertise and try and outsource it really, rather than do it internally.
So Magenta Shores really wanted to increase memberships. They saw that there was a decline in the industry and they needed marketing to support this increase in membership.
So like any of our clients, the first step in anything we do is basically a business discovery process. So for us to do the best job at marketing, we need to understand their business.
So we really deep dive into who their audience are, what are their intentions, and what is the overall business marketing objectives, and how is our marketing going to support that?
Missing Link exceeded our expectation right from the start. Really just the first meeting, we understood, developed a scope together, and just by going backwards and forwards with the questions, looking at our target market, we even went to the point of creating avatars and understanding who would be our optimal customer, what's the age group, what's the demographic. These were things we really didn't have answers for until we went through that process. We started to narrow down on who our target market actually was. And by working with Missing Link, we actually just improved and got a better understanding of what we were doing, not just in our marketing, but through our whole business.
The clients are probably the most unique thing about our campaigns. I know that's a bit of a cliche, but the reality is there's an applied science to what we do. We think very strategically, very deep about our processes, our systems. It's backed by 10 years in the industry. But at the end of the day, the client is the unique piece of the puzzle. So employing a lot of their content, a lot of their storytelling, a lot of their brand related messaging is what creates a unique campaign.
Yeah, they definitely surprised me with the amount of content that they gave us to choose from and work through. And once we went live with all of that, the surprising factor was just the volume that came back from that, which obviously they knew exactly what they were doing, so which is why we engaged with them.
Once we identified the perfect content for them, we then created it and we put it into the ads, and we saw an overwhelming response from the audience, that being memberships increases, engagement, following. So it was really exciting to see that change in engagement for the brand.
Yeah, Missing Link by far exceeded expectations for us, to the point where we realised that we just didn't have the team set up to handle the inquiries. We had to rebuild our sales team, rebuild our website so we could get our traffic going from social media to website to our sales team in a manner that was quite seamless. And from there, our conversion rates were excellent.
Okay, originally we're around that 500 mark of our membership base. When we started engaging Missing Link, our expectation was probably around maybe about 600, but talking about, exceeding expectations. Now we're up just over the 900 mark, around 930 actually. So, that's a huge growth for engaging the specialists.
It really just changed our whole club and business, and we're excited about that. We really exceeded our expectations.